happened. It's official. Batman.
Has made land.
He's made land. He has been claiming every tree as his in Antigua.
Antigua now belongs to him.
Belongs to Batman. And the clearing guy was super nice. We were worried because they didn't want him in Bermuda, but turns out Antigua is cool. So at least a month, he can come on land, pee, poop, run around, be a dog, have adventures. So super flippin' awesome. He hasn't been off the boat in a month?
Yeah, a month.
In a month. Kind of a big deal. So this is exciting. Makes Antigua even better.
Yeah, we love it here.
Than it already was. And it was already pretty good. So, big celebrations. Go Batty, it's your birthday. Go Batty, it's your birthday.
Who's this?
It's your birthday.
Nope, nope. All right.
It's his birthday. Buddy. No, it's me.
Yeah.
Hey, Batman. Batman, come on. Come on. Let's see if we can figure it out. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Who's a happy Batty? Hey, buddy.
Taking Batman for his once every other day, every third day visit to the beach. He's grown quite comfortable with the old dinghy. He just goes over here. It's kind of like being in the car and sticking your head out the window. And his nose is going crazy. He's smelling so many things. And when we get to where we're going, we have to hold him back so he doesn't just jump out of the dinghy and go get into whatever it is that we're seeing there. It'll be awesome to get him over to this beach. Here we are in St. John. The story, the saga of the raw water pump continues. Everything seems straightforward till it's not. We thought that the part was going to come with our friend Pam on sailing vessel Saga. It did not get shipped in time. So here we are trying to get it shipped to Antigua from the place that it got shipped to in Virginia, which involves first going to tropical shipping, which didn't work out. Now we went to the FedEx office, but in order to do an email or a phone call of any kind, we have to find Wi-Fi, or find the Digicel office so that we can get service, cell phone service, then go back to the FedEx office and sort things out. So all of this in an afternoon with a little lunch in between. But this is what happens when you're on a boat.
Hiking up down the streets of St. John.
Hiking up and down the streets, building up some blisters, good blisters. Yeah, eventually the feet got to get tough. So yeah, we'll see. Once we find this, wait. All right, yeah, I think we're lost. We got to pay attention to that video. Okay, peace.
Hey guys, we are about 2 miles away from Barbuda. We left this morning, we left Antigua, Jolly Harbor this morning at around 10 a.m. It is 3:15 and it was about 45 miles to get here. So quick little day sail, and weather's perfect. Trade winds, boat sailing like a champ. We are very excited to get there. We were just informed we have a lobster dinner waiting for us, courtesy of our friend Saga. And what else?
So nice to get out of Jolly Harbor and get to a place where the water's clear and lovely for diving, and there's pretty reefs, which it was a little frustrating getting down to this area of Antigua Barbuda and having to sit in this anchorage in Jolly Harbor, which was lovely, but the water wasn't very clear. So when you go to dive, the visibility was very short. So even though there were some reefs around there, which we went and we checked out, couldn't see a lot of stuff, and
You couldn't see the sea monsters.
couldn't see the sea monsters. Yep. So it's nice to be able to enjoy the environment you're in. So we still need the part for the raw water pump. Got the engine functional. That'll be explained in full detail in another video. But figure we got to get out of there and go enjoy some of this. So
Yeah.
super psyched
We
to
were getting a little bored.
little stir crazy, just being an anchor around a bunch of boats, which I don't think they were cruisers. I think they were just kind of hanging out, or ghost boats where there was nobody on them. Hard to say.
All right, so more to come when we get to Barbuda. We're in Barbuda. We've arrived. Last year in the Bahamas, we tried to get into the habit of creating a new cocktail in all the different places that we went. So some were more successful than others. We've started again. This one is called the Barbuda Bash. It is Kettle One peach with White Claw and sorrel, which is something that we got at the market the other day, which are these strange little fruits. And the ladies were sitting in the market and they were peeling the seeds out of them, and basically what you do is take the petals and boil them in hot water just like tea. Alone, without all the yummy boozy ingredients, it tastes like the Celestial Seasonings Red Zinger. So very interesting. So the sorrel is what makes this one from Barbuda. Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Good morning. We had a fantastic sail over to here from where we were in
Cocoa Point.
And here we are in Low Bay, which is on the west side of Barbuda, a very underinhabited area. There was some development, construction happening over there. On the other side, it's pretty undeveloped here. It's an 11-mile beach and nobody around.
One of the most beautiful beaches in the world.
Top three.
Yep.
Top three most beautiful beaches. So we haven't even touched the sand yet, so we're real excited to check that out. This is also home to a huge frigate bird colony. And we're going to get a tour of that frigate bird colony, courtesy of our friend over there in the Boston Whaler, who that's all he does is give tours to people and show them around Barbuda. So we'll see if we can grab some footage of that and see what's what.
Hey friends! Little sweet goats. Hey guys, we are walking around the village of Codrington in Barbuda, and just kind of meandering around and seeing what's like the local culture, and we just found ourselves some cold beers, so we're pretty excited. And
$2 a piece.
yeah, $2 a piece. That's right. And they're
So cold.
so cold, and it's pretty hot out, so it's really refreshing. And we're gonna work our way over, probably check out the supermarket and see what else is going on. There's still a lot of hurricane damage.
Yeah, you can see behind us, there's some roofs that are getting repaired. And a lot of work done considering how recently Irma came through here, so they're doing pretty well. They still have a lot of work to do though, clearly. Some sort of wackiness politically between here and Antigua that we don't really understand, but something about aid money, don't know. But they're doing a great job, and the place is gorgeous. Yeah, worth rebuilding.
And there's cold beer.
And there's cold beer. So Barbuda in summary. Shannon.
Okay, so we learned that the economy still very much depends on fishing as a trade. So that's what a lot of the men here do. And that this lagoon here, that's in Codrington, the village, is a nursery that basically supplies the entire Caribbean with things like lobster and various other fish. So it's very important to the ecosystem of the Caribbean. Everyone we met was very friendly, given the amount of devastation that they faced. Almost every single person returned back to Barbuda after Hurricane Irma, which is pretty impressive. You know, this was their home. This is where they wanted to be. We stopped at the bar, like you saw before. Cheap beers, cheap cold beers, and we went to the supermarket, and it was very affordable, which was a nice change because things in Antigua are kind of expensive. So
Beaches are beautiful. The sand is this very unique consistency. It's as if the grains are so small that it feels like mud but not gross, if that's possible.
it's smooth.
It's smooth. It's very smooth sand. And it's understandable how people can say that Barbuda has some of the nicest beaches in the world. I'd say it's true. We weren't even at the place that's the nicest beach, and good God, it was incredible. Beaches are beautiful, and like Shannon said, this lagoon is nursery to so many lobsters, so many small fish, and then they come out the other side and they inhabit the rest of the Caribbean. It's a pretty amazing place, the magical land of Barbuda. Yeah, we're psyched to have spent some time here, and next few days we'll be heading back to Antigua and looking at Barbuda in our rear view. After a week here in Barbuda, we've finally made it to the famous 11-mile beach, which, as it sounds, is 11 miles long. And it's meant to be one of the top 3 beaches in the world. The sand's awesome. It is as cool as it seems. And at the end of the beach, we have this resort that's behind us that got pretty hurt by the hurricane that came through here, Irma. The foundation has degraded, buildings fallen down.
Roof stayed on.
Roof stayed on. That's random.
Yep.
Yeah. And we have some cool dogs behind us. 2 of them are smart and like to eat treats. The other one just likes barking. That's okay, can't fault them. So yeah, it's a gorgeous beach. Let's check it out behind us in all of its glory. That's our dinghy happily anchored out there. And pretty soon that's gonna be us walking down the beach. So here we are leaving the magical land of Barbuda. It was a wonderful stay. We learned a ton about Barbuda, starting with
Well, on our excursion to land, we met a bunch of locals, including George, who's in a bunch of the tour books and cruising books. So he's pretty famous that way. And we found that the people were they're friendly and authentic and very proud of where they come from and their island. And we are still sailing with our friends over on sailing vessel Saga. So they are heading back to Antigua with us. We also met some really nice new friends from France who are sailing on their sailboat, kind of on the same trajectory that we are, with their 2-year-old son and about to have a new baby. So it's really neat to see families kind of pick up and have adventures and not let things kind of tie them down. So they were really interesting and fun, and we were happy to meet them.
professional windsurfers too, which is super cool, so we can kiteboard with them maybe further south when we meet up with them again. Barbuda as a whole, the anchorages are super nice. The anchorages can get kind of swelly and a little rolly if you're in a monohull, something to be aware of.
because they're open to the sea. So there's not a lot of things blocking them. There's some reefs and whatnot that can slow down things like swells, but when the wind dies down and the boat isn't getting pushed back and kind of managed by the chop, then the swells take over and you could really go rocking and rolling. So we had a couple nights that were pretty rolly.
We actually had a sleepover on Saga.
We had a sleepover, yeah. So having
Catamarans don't roll as much.
super cool. So yeah, that was the anchorages, and then the reefs themselves. They weren't as abundant as a lot of the reefs that we've been to. Good fish, but very small fish. Not a lot of big grouper or big lobster or other fish. For some reason, they just don't get very large here, and a lot of the coral itself looked broken up. Like the action of the sea somehow maybe broke it up, or maybe it's the result of bleaching. Not sure. Apparently, it's been that way for a long time. Barbuda is not known for its reefs. However, the lagoon itself is a nursery to lobster. And in fact, most of the lobster in the Caribbean start their lives in Barbuda, in this lagoon, which is the largest natural lagoon in all of the Caribbean. So they're super proud of that, and it was neat to learn that on our tour with George. So we're sad to say goodbye to Barbuda, but we're super psyched to go check out the east side of Antigua, which we have not done.
Hey guys, we are currently being boarded by the Antiguan Coast Guard. So we are parked in a bad spot. There was a barge passing us all morning. I think they called the cops on us. So they're coming aboard and checking our papers, and we will post about it.
These are our friends on the Antigua Coast Guard coming to say hello, making sure that everything's cool.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. This is their cool boat.
Yep.
And they love Batman. So what do you guys do? What's your day like?
Been quite so far. So far so good. Sun is so hot.
Sun is too hot.
I guess you like the sun because you guys, but sun is real hot.
Sun is
I
real
rather
hot.
the snow. I want to go Colorado.
You want to go to the
Yeah.
snow?
Yeah, of course, yes.
And you always want to go somewhere where you're not. That's how it goes.
That's true.
Yep.
So why should people come to Antigua? Why is it so cool?
Beautiful environment, beautiful weather, sunny all year round, nice beaches,
Lancy and
lovely
sun.
people, good food.
Mhm.
Can't want to more. Good
365 beaches.
nightlife.
One per
One
every
beach
year.
for a year.
365 beaches?
Yes.
Per day, a year.
So imagine
Does that include Barbuda?
That includes
they
Barbados.
in Barbuda, right?
Yes. Barbados. So
Cool.
come and enjoy.
All right.
Come and enjoy.
All right, sounds good.
Well, thanks for the work
Thank
you guys
y'all
do.
very
Good
much.
luck to
Have a
both.
good day.
Yeah, and we'll
All right.
move forward for sure. Do you need us to untie you up here?
No, that's
No,
not.
we're good.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
We never tired.
Oh, okay. You just have great control over that thing. Thanks, guys. We'll let you know when you go viral on YouTube, okay? We're in Parham Bay. We're on our way to St. John. And this is Steve. He knows about Parham Bay. So what's the history here at Parham Bay?
Over years, it used to be the first town, the first city. That's where the first market used to be. Everybody used to come here for fish, for food. Everything used to be on this side of the island. But until they built up down in St. John, where, you know, St. John was a lot of water until they dump and they get it to become somewhere that they can build. So they dump the water, care about the sea, the water, until they're able to build down there. And so they move the market down to St. John.
Huh. Is that for the cruise ships?
So that's where the cruise ship come down.
That's where or the
Costa,
container ships and all
yeah,
that.
all the ships and everything come and dock there, right?
Because this seems prettier. This is a very protected, nice little bay.
Little
You know,
bay.
with all the reefs and everything. It just doesn't make sense why there aren't more people here. You know, boats doing things.
Right, so most of the boats are down in St. John because everything is down in St. John now. So you find most of the fishing boats and everybody that go fishing, they're more down in St. John's because that's where the fish market is. So that's where the people come and buy. Before time it was on this side, but now it's down there.
So what does that mean for the people of Parham Bay?
So what does that mean now? So the people of Parham now have to go to St. John to get their whatever they need.
Huh.
So all the major supermarkets, everything is in St. John.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they have to leave here to go to St. John to get whatever they need.
Mm-hmm. And there's less jobs probably
So,
here.
right, all the jobs is in the city.
Huh. Interesting. All right.
The job is on this.
How's it feel to have egret poop on your back?
We found horses.
We found horses. Hi.
Sean has a new friend.
Hi, buddy. Who's my friend? And there was an egret on his back when we walked up, so he has egret poop on his back. Bummer, but I guess it's a risk you take when you're an Antiguan horse.
And you have egrets for friends.
And you have egrets for friends. He's very sweet. Or she, or
Hey guys, we are at the cargo spot at the airport in Antigua, and we are waiting for the broker to get back to hand us our pump, the raw water pump that we've been waiting for a month about. So, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing started, we tried to have it shipped to Virginia because a friend of ours was flying in, missed that deadline, then it got shipped back to the pump supplier, then it had to get shipped again via FedEx to here. We had to go to FedEx, sign some stuff, then we had to come here, we had to hire an agent whose sole job is to fill out the paperwork.
And take our money.
And take our money to clear it at our customs, which is fantastic. So now it's good, they're coming here, and then we should be done and get the raw water pump, so a month after getting here, we're gonna be 100%.
Which is good.
Super good.
Hi guys, our friend Kareem here, who we just met, is our broker for the pump that we got. So if you want to tell us how the process works and why we're here and what you kind of do from
basically customs clearance. I prepare the documents in order to keep the proper records for customs, everything that comes in and out. Basically has to go through a broker.
He is the gatekeeper, basically. Gatekeeper of all things coming in and out of Antigua.
Assistant to customs.
The assistant gatekeeper. All right, thank you.
All right.
Hi, buddy.